Hi, Jurassic. Hi, Marie. Hi, Lincolnshire. It was supposed to be Boreal Owl, but I had to change things, so. Yeah. The Boreal Owl is listed as a species of least concern. I saw it. I actually watched it, Jurassic. I need to go and give it a like. But I watched it. Thank you. It was very well done. Guys, the reason we're doing the subscriber only is there was too much chaos in the last live. But despite that chaos, that live has 263 views. And the one before that has 403. So, not bad for a day. We are going to go ahead and get started. If it looks like we're not going to have the numbers, I may open this up, but yeah, I might open it up. Oh, I'm going to say I may open it up to other subscribers. Or to everybody. I don't know. It looked pretty good to me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. I may open it up to non-subscribers once I'm done with my thing. Because I'm not having the zoo. That was the last live. Hi, Sheldon. Hi, Carol. You guys already know who I am. I am your host, Nature Guy X46. And today we're talking about the spotted owl. Now, I changed our bird because the boreal owl is actually listed as least concern. And I'm trying to keep the learn to care focused on animals or plants that are either vulnerable, near threatened, endangered, or critically endangered. So the spotted owl's scientific name has been posted. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Hi, Chelsea. Welcome. Let's get into the world of the spotted owl. I'm good. So these birds are considered to be near threatened, although I think they have a slightly different classification on the U.S. endangered species list. There are 15,000 mature individuals. I think that number includes the Mexican, the California spotted owls, as well as the northern spotted owl. Their forecast, sadly, is for more drops in their population. As I already hinted at, there are 3 subspecies of spotted owl. They are the Mexican, spotted, and the northern. Mexican, California, and northern. We're going to focus, though, on the northern spotted owl. These owls are native to the old-growth forest of British Columbia, Washington, and Oregon. Their main food sources are flying squirrels and wood rats, but they are known to take bats and other owls as well. They may even set up a cache. So if they don't finish a food item, they may come back for it later. Before the babies can leave the nest, they will very oftentimes not leave the nest, but before they go out on their own, they may spend time out on the branches of trees instead of inside the nest. Females do not breed every year. In fact, there may be a gap of 5 to 6 years where these birds just don't breed. A study was done that found that some of the trees that these owls were nesting in were over 110 years old. Some of them surpassing 120 years old. Now we're talking about just the trees. Their top predators are the spotted owl, northern goshawk, and the great horned owl, as well as fishers and ravens who are known to take chicks and eggs. Hello, Captain E.T. Females typically lay 2 eggs, but they can lay anywhere from 1 to 4 eggs, and incubation takes place around 32 days, with the male providing food. So the male doesn't incubate the eggs, but he does provide food. And he probably also guards the nest. And they will nest in trees, cavities in trees, dead wood, snags, or abandoned raptor or squirrel nest. So they will do that. Yes, please. Give it a like. Do they reuse nest? I believe I don't know why they wouldn't, but I don't know. Yes, they can. The northern and Mexican ones, at least. Sorry, guys. My mouth is killing me right now. They are very beautiful. Hi, Not Rex. It is said that the biggest threats to these birds is competition with the barred owl, which, by the way, for those of you that are in the know, spotted barred owls do not typically live in the Northwest. They're actually considered an invasive species out there. Logging also is a major issue. It not only alters the habitat, but it also creates fragmentation within the habitat. Fires, too, are an issue. Now, the northern and the spotted owl are both protected by the U.S. Endangered Species Act, as well as CITES. They have set up 9.6 million acres as critical habitat for these birds. And they have a captive breeding program as well. I only found one zoo that houses these birds, and that is the Sequoia Zoo. That doesn't mean that zoos aren't breeding them. It just means that they're not on display. Thank you, Sheldon. Guys, that's all I have for right now. Tonight, we are going to be doing the snowy owl. But I'm going to, moderators, I'm opening up chat for everybody. So be ready. I'm not going to deal with the interruptions 24/7. Yeah, I had to run around like a chicken without my head cut off. He could be a Screech. I'm not sure. Sheldon, I'm not leaving live. That's just the end of that bird. I had to go pay my phone bill, and that took time. And then I had to go down and feed my brother's birds, my brother's dogs, and that took out time. So script is a little bit short. Yes. So the government is talking about unaliving those barred owls, but remember, they are invasives in that area, and I don't know how else you deal with that. I suppose you could capture and then transport them across the country to their native areas, but I don't think the government is up for all of that. And there's no way that a zoo is going to take in every single one of those animals either. So, Sheldon, what is your take on that? If you have one. You got to remember. Let's see. So they started They started first documented sightings of these birds were in 1970s, but they first appeared in British Columbia in 1959. He's playing Hello. I can see your messages. Hi, Noah. So they've been there since at least 1959. And a female typically lays 2 to 3 eggs. So let's do some math. Awesome. Hi, Jack. Oh, come on. Where's my... So we'll do 3. Wait. That's not what I want to do. No, I already have my moderators. I'm not taking any more on. Yeah, I put it on subscriber only. So I didn't open it up for that till later. Yeah. The ice, I'm not accepting any more moderators. Hey, predecessor, hello. Yup. And until people decide not to harass my my lives, I might keep it this way. Nah. Okay, so these owls have been in the Midwest or in the Northwest for 66 years, at least. It is very nice. Is that one? Captain E.T., I'm not sure what you mean. So the barred owl has been in the Northwest for 66 years. At least. And if they had, I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry, guys. I was going to figure out. If they had a, if they had 198, how would somebody who's really good with math figure this out? If there were two pairs of owls in the Northwest in 1959, how many babies would they have if they had 3 eggs? He did. He said he was a math teacher. I don't have a problem opening up my lives. They would have 3 babies. I get that. But assuming that I think he left. I asked for a population and I don't get it. Viva and Pro 27, hi. Oh no! No, 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 no! I hate a touchscreen. Yeah, that's the number of eggs. But if they've been there since 1959 and they lay 3 eggs a year, Yeah, no caps, dude. Don't type in caps. I want to know, based on the fact that they have 3 eggs. Okay, so there's 2,200 owls, maybe. A person would have to go out, probably a team, over that entire range, capture them, and ship them across country. It would not be 1959 to 2025. Hi, Rust Raven. Me neither. But it's a good start, Sheldon. It's a good start. It's more than I would know. Spotted or barred owls? Oh, hold on. So the northern spotted owl is 10 years. Barred owls, again, 10 years. In captivity, though, they can do 30. Okay, so there's 21. Okay, now that's if all of those babies survived. The point is, it would be really, really hard. It would be really hard to gather up all of those birds. Yeah. Ice. You can't do that. Now remember, too, the barred owl, high platinum gamers, the barred owl. Oh, the question was how many eggs would be laid from 1959 to 2025. No, not really new. No, it's 66 years. Rosemarie, I saw you say hello. My name is not Gramps. Right there, that's what you can call me. Rosemarie, I just said that is not my name. No. Their first appearance in British Columbia was 1959. That's the year I'm going with. 1959. Yeah, that is something predecessor that has been greatly missing from this channel among some people for a couple of chats now. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't even know, did I include that in the pinned comments about my name? I have no idea. Do not spam my channel. You've been warned. That is not my name. Hi, Rope. Hello, everybody. Hi, Harry. Me too. My day's going good, I think. I have no idea other than people not commenting or not people being rude. I just asked him not to spam. So I deleted the spam. That's all. Oh, okay. I guess just don't remember. We are doing learn to care segments, and this live was the spotted owl, but not the government, but barred owls have somehow got into the same habitat as the spotted owl, and the government is going to unalive, I think it's 1,500 of them. The barred owls, not the spotted owls. Yep. Okay. Now, as bad as that sounds, keep in mind that the spotted owl is an invasive species in that area. So, wait, did I say that right? The barred owl is the invasive species. I think I'm going to have a nap after this live. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. My hair. Oh, wow. You really can't see it? But, it was dark brown. Like my eyebrows sort of are. Sorry, That's not rude. How can I do this and not get in trouble? That's my original hair color. Thank you. It is a work picture. That was me. Yes. Yes, Marie. Yes, it is. Somebody asked me about the tarantula that I was talking about. That's one of them. He may look small, but he's about 7.5 inches. That my baby. I raised him. Nope, that is a Choco Goldenie. Hi, Nature for Life. I did not see you come in. That's hard to answer because it's actually other owls. Great horned owls will take them. Fishers will take their babies and chicks, or chicks and eggs, as well as ravens will steal their eggs. Nature for Life. He was very now, if you want to see something really cute, really cute, and you want to see my real hair color, I know. I had all the girls when I was little. Now, unfortunately, that got ruined. Marie, I got a photo for you too. There, Marie. It's your daily dose of Cyrus. Yeah. Is that what we call it, Sheldon? Why did things get ruined? you ask? Because I had those. Cyrus. Oh, sorry, you're asking somebody else. Oh man. So yeah, people. I've been told that people would not come into my house. No, that was a um rose hair. But I've had 20, 20 different species of tarantula. I don't have them now, but I did. Yeah, I figured out. It took me a second though. It's okay. So since I don't have a significant other, I spend my life doing me things. I I definitely learned, Sheldon, that even tarantulas have personality. It also taught me respect. Keeping them taught me absolute respect. See, this is what I missed. Yeah, they are, which I don't understand. I guess because people think they're cute. I don't know. I'd still rather have my big girls versus a tiny jumping spider any day. Yay! My favorite birds are back. Conrad Van Deer. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Thank you. I think. I had a cobalt blue. She was a pistol. Never had it. I don't think I ever had an ornate baboon. Had a couple OBTs. A couple red knees. A couple rose hairs. Tried keeping king baboons. I just couldn't get conditions right for them, I think. But Marie, you did not just say it's been very peaceful. That is akin to saying it's quiet today in the ER. I would, except technically in my city they're illegal, which I hate, but I don't want to be one of those people that has an animal that shouldn't have them and then gets caught. Oh, thank you, Sheldon S. I don't think they will. Tonight might be different. Yes, I do. I do remember you. So it used to be because they're venomous. Which makes no sense because they can't kill you. I hope so. Thank you, Kareem. Thank you. Yeah. And my animals, it's funny because my animals never bit anybody. But I didn't go out of my way to let people handle my animals. Oh, same. I love all animals. I would love, 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 love to have a snake. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. Kareem, that is not my name. Kareem Gamer is his name. So when I lost my tarantulas, that's when I started doing these. Those are the names you can call me. Some of them. Some of them, Sheldon, not all of them. It's okay, I know what you mean. Most of them are Safari Ltd. Or that. They do. What I like about Peppo, or however you pronounce it, is they tend to have more of the European animals, which is really lacking in some of the others. Trying to think. What I have that is oh no. So this is one of my newer ones. This is from Peppo. This is the Irish elk. It would be a long one. This is from Sleck. This is the proboscis monkey. And this is Sleck's, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. This is their crocodile. I don't collect sorry, I gotta get these back before I forget. A little aardvark. Little oryx. And one of my favorites, coelacanth. I do. That's true. Hello. How are you? Glad you're here. I do not have King Kong. But I do have a silverback. Hi, Captain E.T. I do have a silverback. I do have a few dinosaurs. I just don't have as many. This is another one of the gorillas. It's just so dark, you can't really see them. I have all of the great apes in my collection, except for the subspecies of orangutan. And I'm missing a bonobo. Godzilla cannot be real. I honestly don't know. People would be in trouble. But I also don't know if King Kong could be real. And okay, predecessor, have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Sheldon. Now, I also have bits and pieces that are too small. Like, I have a stonefish. Mothra versus Godzilla. Or Godzilla versus Mothra. Little Gila monster. I do. Except it's not a Saurus. The one I have. Where is he? He must be up top. Yep. That is why, Sheldon, I haven't added new. I don't add to the collection that often anymore. I used to do an order. $13 is what they're saying now. They have done some reworking of them. I used to do big orders, so I would order like, it wasn't uncommon to do an order of like $110 at a time. Now it's what, Carol? Maybe once every. I do have T-Rex. An older T-Rex, but I have a T-Rex. I might buy one now every 3 to 6 months. Thank you. And I don't buy, like, I'm not going to go out of my way. Yep. I don't go out of my way to buy any more than one of any one animal. I do have multiple tigers. But for the most part, unless they're gifted to me, most of my animals are single animals. Although I do have, easily over $300. Easily. Now, some of the animals that I have are no longer made by Safari Ltd. So that's a thing too. I'm good, Trey. How are you? I think the last one I bought was the Irish elk. I've never heard of them. Hey, only dummy 06. I'm doing okay. That's okay, Captain E.T. I don't either. I'm just going with the flow. Guys, I'm only going to stay on for another... I think I'm going to stop at... Let's see. 2:30? My time? Hey, AA player sorry, hello. I have favorites among the collection. No, I don't think so, Captain ET. I don't really go anywhere that often for people to recognize me, so. I get outside quite a bit. I don't get to hike very often because I don't drive. I can. Oh, I eat at Wendy's. Oh, and that being said, guys, thank you, Only Dummy06. If you do see me out and about, come up and say hi. I'm a little shy, but I don't have a car. That's right. Unfortunately, I don't. Why do people text me when I'm in live? Yeah, nope, no car. Can't afford it. Oh, Italy, very cool. Guys, oh wow. Awesome. 13 likes and only 11 people. That's awesome. That being said, if you haven't given me a like, please give me a like. That helps other people find me. Four more minutes, guys. Awesome. Thank you. No. What do you mean, in my prime? Physically? Definitely not. Wisdom wise? Yeah. YouTube wise? Yeah. But definitely not physically. Mentally, maybe. Thank you, Sheldon. Much appreciated. Just as a reminder for the next couple of lives, You know, I used to think America was great, but I have my doubts. Sorry, y'all. It's okay, Captain ET. You don't have to comment. I mean, I'm still glad I'm an American, but we're not supposed to be political on this channel, so that being said, I'm not going to say anything else. Ooh, yeah. I actually had a spring peeper. In my basement at one time. I don't have a favorite country. That's okay, Captain ET, but we try to keep political stuff to a minimal on the channel. Unless it has to do with like animals and plants and stuff like that. Yeah, I would love to visit Switzerland. That's where my dad's family came from. I'd love to visit some of the graves of some of my mom's family. My mom has a relative who was executed for being a witch in the UK. They were the what do they call them? The famous witches that were all executed. Yep, you did. But the Pendle witches, if you've heard of them. They were in England. So I'm related to one of them, and then one of the kings as well. Oh, very cool. We have timber rattlesnakes in the southern portion of my state. But up in my area, we have the eastern Massasauga. but I've only seen them in like nature centers, maybe zoos. But it would be so cool to see one in person. Woo! Bye, only dummy 0606. That was too close. Okay, guys, I need to go. It has been awesome. Thank you for coming in. Just as a reminder, I will be live on 6 p.m. tonight. That's awesome, Sheldon. Oh, thank you, Jurassic Edit. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. It was awesome to see everybody. The question is, should I do live like this all the time? I don't know. I don't know, Captain E.T. I honestly don't know. Okay, guys, I need to go. I will talk to you later. No! 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Bye, guys.